Okay, next item on the agenda is the ordinance 3375, vehicle storage / RV parking. I assume Donnie would like to have the floor for a second.
Well, I just don't want him parked across the street from me. And I've got nothing against the man, but two things. He never come over to see me. You know, you get the deputy sheriff out in Sac City. But he knocked on the door one morning at 9 o'clock, and I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "I'd like to have you go get pickup." I said, "What for?" Well, he said, "Kent wants it moved over there. He can't get his trailer in." So I said, "Well, tell him to park in the front. You got all kinds of room." All the room. Well, you can't park here because there's church park there. I said, "There hasn't nobody parked up there for church for the last 15 years. And well, anyhow, it went that way. And so then he came over one other night. After that night he left. Said to her, we were sitting there, and I said, "Look out the window, he's putting up a light over there." He put up a spotlight over there, shining our bay window all night. And I says, "That ain't gonna bother him, we'll close the blinds that far." Well, but I never ever talked to him. Well, then she was golfing that one Thursday night, and I seen him get his pickup out, and he backed it up to the trailer. Oh, he's going someplace. Where'd he go? He parked it right in front of my house. And I stayed there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I never did a thing to it, and I said, "I guess we'll have to look at it a little closer now." But I never talked to the guy. But that night he put that light up, the deputy was there. The deputy had something to do with that as far as I'm concerned. He was sitting there that night. But if he did, he did. But when he shined that light on me, I think that was uncalled for sure. That's the only thing he did that was uncalled for to me. And I'd have talked to the guy if he'd come over, but he wouldn't come over.
Well, according to our ordinance, he ain't doing anything wrong now, is he?
No, he can park anybody according to the ordinance. That's why it's got to be changed where he parks the trailer.
He wants to have it parked in front of his
In
house,
front of his house and his house.
his address.
I think it should. Has he parked it in front of there before?
And where?
In front of his house?
Yeah, well, yeah, he parks it there, but
Yeah, he parks it there. When I told him I wasn't going to move it, he parked it over there along the side, but it looked good there.
he can look at it.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna have it parked on the street, you should look at your own.
Yeah. And he hasn't got junk. It's good.
Yeah, it's a nice looking trailer.
Right, but
You get
regardless,
mighty
you
tired of
guys
looking
bought
at
your
it.
house for your view.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have him
Not-
move his vehicle.
right.
He wanted to park that there.
But the way it's rolled up now, he could park in front of your house,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't move him. By the way it's rolled up.
Yeah,
He
I
see, he
agree.
figures he has the property all the way around
I
his
seen him
house.
chew Heim out one day, because Heim had his car that far over the lot line, you know, where Heim lives on Ash Street where I'm at. He said, "This is my property, you park back there." But I don't know if to tell him he can park any place he wants to, but I did.
With the sidewalks.
You know, he could, you know, he never did me nothing wrong except that. I mean, I get along with him, I wave at him and talk to him once in a while. But I think it should be moved to the front of his house, period.
And it should be adjacent to his property, not
Yeah.
somebody else's. I agree.
The mayor can tell him that he can park in front of his house. Because we don't have that many people attending church that it cannot be parked there. I have more problem with Kemper School Bus when I go to church than I do Washington. You know?
Yeah.
Because the bus is always in the way of parking.
Well, according to this ordinance, it says storage. Well, the camper is not in storage. It's just parked there during,
Well, but you have from April till November,
momentary.
November 1st to park here. So
So you're
maybe it's just
suggesting
gonna
we
take
change
time
the
to go
language.
visit.
Yeah, well, I could have parked it where he is, but
can't park there.
Either had put it that he parks on 3rd Street in front of his house, rather than parking on Ashland on
But I
Saturday.
think that,
Either that or just in front of his house.
I think it should say adjacent to property. So
property owner's property, not.
Well, I was gonna say, he's gotta come along that end.
You still won't be in front of his house.
He won't be
You
in front of his
don't park
house. You gotta word it right.
there. But if you don't want to try to fix it, I guess I just have to live with it.
Well,
I don't know why I should have to
I
live
just
with
think
it.
we need to go have a friendly visit with him, and, because I know where he's coming from. I mean, he was always told, you know,
Yeah, I
that during
remember that.
church, you know, you shouldn't park your trailer here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you ever see how much stuff he's got parked in front of there anyway, you know? You still
Oh,
have
by
to
the garage, normally
Sure.
not right.
Oh, does he? Sorry.
Yeah.
I listened by there.
There's a couple vehicles sitting in the lawn,
In the lawn, not in the
Well, they-
parking. Well, and most of the time it's on the lawn.
but they
or-
can't get them out of the lawn without.
No, they never know where they might be, to be honest with
He
you.
moves them around quite often. like-
Well, you go around town, you don't see another trailer on the street.
I think if we count, there's 13 trailers in this town, and there ain't one of them on the street.
We park ours on the street off and on.
Yeah.
Especially
Well,
at
it
night.
it didn't happen to
But it's in front of your
be.
house.
But you have the
Yeah.
courtesy of doing it in front of your house. too.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, when we counted them, there wasn't anybody out on the street. They were all parked up, right up by
But I
the...
suspect he can't get behind his house, can he, with
What?
that curb there?
He's got a half a block in front of his house.
He can
No,
park
I'm saying
it.
behind his house.
Boy.
He can't get behind it. I don't know, I think there's too much junk back there.
Yeah, I don't think it'll fit behind there.
No. But I'm not too sure it wouldn't fit between his garage and his house, you know, that he couldn't put it in that way. A possibility.
On the south side of his house, the
Otherwise-
west side of his house.
Okay, if
Well, it don't
you
make any difference where he puts it.
We don't
just
really care
beside-
where, as long as it ain't from our house.
I think if you just put it in front of on his front of the house, period.
All right, Nancy, it sounds like the recommendation is that I will produce the letter with your help to send to Kent. That
Yeah,
says what, he can park his trailer in front of his house.
He is
Because-
allowed to park in front.
Yes, that the church does not have enough parking at this point to block attendance for the church.
Well, there hadn't nobody parked there. We sit out there and there's nobody parks on that side. There's probably about 14 cars there at church.
I almost think, contact him would probably better than a letter. I think talking to him would be better.
The letter's just gonna rattle him off.
Is that true, Jerry? Okay, all right.
He's not in this
I
conversation.
will contact him personally then and let him know.
I think we'll have him, yeah.
Okay.
It's really isn't that big of a matter, I just think we need to go up and, you know, just explain it to him personally.
Is that agreeable with you two?
Yeah, that's fine.
And tell him to take the light down.
It's still shining on you?
No, you don't have it plugged in, but it's still on the post. Hey,